Today I'll be doing a makeup date. It'll probably be the last one I do of this year, but I am very excited and have a few things that have been on my mind lately. So first of all, if you haven't seen my recent Franken video, I did a pretty massive Franken, and I kind of like reflected on some things, and then I did some frankening, and I ended up with some empties. So I'm going to share that with you, and also we'll introduce some of the things that I frankened and kind of what I'm thinking about for next year. So I'm thinking it'll kind of be seamless, but we'll see how well it goes. I do have kind of like a Christmas like scarf on, and it doesn't really go with purple, but purple is technically actually a Christmas color. I've learned this year. I think it's the color of hope. You know, with hope and Christmas season, I was like, oh, okay, technically it's a color, but I know it's not common. I did have a green sweater on today, but I got a little bit warm kind of running around the house, and so this is what you get. But I at least have something Christmassy on, as I'll probably post this closer to Christmas. I'm still kind of filming this kind of early December, so that's what's going on. Okay, so should we start with I kind of want to go like chronologically in terms of like how things happened. Maybe let's do that. Yeah, let's just kind of flip the order around. So basically, I have been thinking a lot about what are my panning resolutions, I'm going to call them. I know there's a lot of people do like plan to pan, and it was kind of like that. I was inspired by that, but I was like, I don't really actually have like individual items that I'm eyeing, but I kind of have like bigger picture ideas of like where I want my collection to go. It's honestly really close, I think, where I want it to be going, but I always want to kind of be improving, especially on the way that I use things and whatnot. So I have been really excited about like kind of what's to come for my makeup collection. And I think I think the big picture for me has always still been like minimize the clutter, minimize the excess. And I think I've minimized a lot of excess in terms of my everyday basket. I have it in front of me, and it's kind of chaotic, but this is what I work out of. I'm not going to kind of show it in detail, but so my basics, I know where things are, at least mostly, and then I kind of have like a backup little bag here of some stuff, and there's like kind of other stuff in random corners, but bulk of it is here, and I like know where everything is. I think that's really important to me, that I know where everything is. I know what it all is. I know, at least I have a good idea of like how much I'm liking it and like what I'm using it for and things like that. So I think I feel pretty confident in that, but I think there were still a few categories that I really wanted to whittle down. And so I think that's where a recent Franken session came in. So that should be posted at this point. It was a pretty big one. And just, I feel like I'm now working into minimizing excess, even with the like backup things or like empty containers and like kind of things that I've kept around because I was like, oh, just in case, right? I think there's always that like FOMO type of anxiety around my makeup use, and I'm trying to pull myself out of that, at least like minimize that and make it be like, okay, I'm gonna enjoy it in the moment, and things like that. So so I think one of the so I think that's definitely one of my big panning goals, is to continue to work on that, is like less excess, less extra stuff, and just feeling like I have a good handle on my collection and what I have in it. And not that I always need to know like what I'm going to be working on next or whatever, because that's kind of half the surprise, but I think to know like what do I even have in stock, if you will. Like I think no matter what, I'll always have some backups. I'll always have some duplicates of some things. And I know like sometimes I want to be like that beauty minimalist or that makeup minimalist, right? But I do like to shop a little bit. I like to shop my collection, and I think if I want to be financially responsible, I really should be just like shopping my own collection. And so I think there's kind of like that balance there. Okay, so let me tell you what I did. So one of the big goals that I have is to minimize my lipstick collection. I really enjoy using lipsticks in my purse, but there's a few. Of course, there's like packaging that I'm always looking at. I want something with nice packaging, but also I don't need that many. I only have one lipstick in my purse at all times. I don't usually use it during my like when I put on my makeup first thing of the day. I like having either a pan of lipstick or lip liner with lip gloss type of situation. So that's just how I've been using things now. So I'm trying to kind of work around that with my current collection. So I had 5 lipsticks, actually 6. I recently got another one. So I had these 5 components. I had these 5 components, and I actually was able to franken lipsticks so that these 2 now are empty. I know it's kind of sad, especially to see this MAC one go, but I've had a lot of trouble with getting my lipstick mold to work with this. It's just tiny, like barely a hair bigger than my lipstick mold. I even tried like this trick today to like further like freeze, well, not really freeze, but like add products around the base so that it could fit in, and it still didn't work. And I was like, I am so done with this. Usually I like try to finagle with it more, but like I'm so done. It's been multiple tries. So I had my time with this. Now I know not to pick something up like this because it could, but it's like I really couldn't tell. Like that's how close it was. It was just too big for it to not work. For the Dolce & Gabbana one, it's just pretty scuffed up. I don't know if you can tell just even from this shot here. It's a little bit scuffed up, and it's like, it's Dolce & Gabbana, right? I feel like it should be pretty scratch resistant if it wants to be luxury brand. So I'm just gonna let those 2 go. I've had my time with them, and that's that. So these are the 3 that remain. I was able to franken the lipstick into here. So this is a brand, not brand new, but this is not the prettiest one by any means, but I was able to get it to work in here. And then I actually pulled out an old one. It's the Clinique Black Lipstick component. And I was able to get a lot of product in here. And so I guess now I have 4, but I kind of like brought back an old one. This is, again, one of those ones where I was like, just in case. Plus it's like Clinique. But it is starting to get wobbly, if you can hear that. I think there might be a dent in here. I don't see it off the bat, but I thought there was one. But it's aluminum. It's nice. Like, it could be recycled. But I'm just going to, you know, keep on working at it and kind of figure out what I feel like it, and then plus it'd be nice on in my purse, right? It's like, although I did lose it from my purse one time, not the same purse. I've switched purses since then, but something I'm thinking about. Anyways, so 4 lipsticks to work through. 2 of them actually have good amount of progress on, and then the other one I'm going to start my progress, and this is, of course, I just franken these 2. So oh, this is the other one that I have. It's a NARS lipstick. Not much product in here at all. A lot less than, it does remind me of like the Clinique Black Honey type of packaging in terms of the metal, but a lot less product, I think. So we'll see how that one goes. So I definitely have, I mean, I guess 5 if you look at all these, 5 lipsticks lined up, and I'll just work on them, you know. But it feels nice to have 2 components out. I think that's huge for me. Very excited about that. I did also franken my lip gloss. If you didn't know, the last 2 years, I've been huge about lip gloss. I had like a few in my collection, but it's just starting to get harder to handle, I feel like. For one, I'm only putting it on during the day or when I'm at home reapplying. So I still get through it fast, but it's just like not as exciting as it used to be. Also, just like refilling these is a chore. And I wish I had a better way of doing it. I really don't right now. And I think I just need to find a way. I mean, I still have a huge bag, and I probably won't really want to use that bag after like another year. So I do need to be working through it. But I'm thinking just having 1 lip gloss tube out is best. I actually did franken this one with some product from another one, and I think I only need 1 out right now. So we'll see. I mean, I do love the Rare Beauty packaging quite a bit, just kind of in the way that it's shaped, this kind of moon shape, C shape. Packaging is just really sleek and nice. So I don't know. Part of me is like, I should, just in case I need a backup, right? But I really shouldn't do that. So I'm gonna do my best to keep with the 1, and then kind of, I will have the other one in backup just in case. But all my other lip gloss tubes, I think I've actually recycled, so that's good. Along with lipsticks and like getting rid of excess, I don't think I mentioned these yet. I think I mentioned it in a short, but these are little cigarette style lipsticks, and it's based off the Hourglass ones. These are not Hourglass. These are actually empty ones that I got, refilled them myself, and they were nice, but they just really don't hold a ton of lipstick at all. So I might have like passed 1 or 2 on to friends, but I just don't think it's really worth it. So I'm just gonna also recycle these components. As you know, Freedom Pans is the name of the game right now for me. So I was almost done. I wish I kept it around to show you, but I did already franken it, and it'll be in that video. But I went ahead and frankened this Burberry bronzer that I had. I mean, it wasn't Burberry at all. I think it was a MAC bronzer shade, and I had mixed some other stuff in it. And so, yeah. But this component is starting to chip kind of on the back here. You can see the corners are all chipping. I mean, just wear and tear. It's just not looking as nice as it used to be, and I think I might have gotten it like 2 years ago-ish. And just to have a standalone component, I mean, maybe for travel, and it survived long enough and well enough, but just I can show you kind of the repress I did. It's actually quite pretty. I had like a contour bronzer type shade, and so I just kind of mixed the bronzer into there, and it's still drying down, so it's a little bit darker than it should be, but I think it'll be a nice kind of like contour bronzer shade, so probably more bronzer than anything else, right? But regardless, another component out, I'll go ahead and recycle that. I have some like random caps, so also getting rid of that because I don't need extra caps. This one is really nice and cute. It's not completely done, and I think I have a few more uses, but it's pretty close. This is the Kimchi Beauty lip liner. Went really fast this last week, but this is how small it is. It's like about half the size of my pinky finger. I don't think I would really be able to sharpen it much more, but it definitely sits like, all of it sits inside here. It's very close, so I think probably in a few days I'll be retiring it and recycling at least the cap. I don't think I can recycle the plastic or wooden clutch part of the pencil. But that feels good. You know, that feels really good to be kind of working toward that. I think in terms of replacing that lip liner, I probably won't need to replace it because it's actually lighter than my lips, so it would really just be a middle of the lips type situation, not necessarily an outline. I already have another lip liner for like more outline situation. And this one in my collection is probably the next like most pigmented product. Did I wash my hands? No, it's still kind of glossy. So that's that one there. And like the lip liner is a completely different color, but just, I do use the lip liner as lip liner as well as blush. And so, I feel like I'll just kind of sub it in and see how it goes. I have no powder blush. I do have that powder contour. I think I have 2 to work through. I have one in my mini one that I have used day to day, and then this is kind of my backup library here. So kind of 2 bronzers to work through. It'll be a little bit of a drag, but I think I just need to get using them to kind of make it work. I'm going to cut this video a little bit short. My voice is not holding up with me right now, still getting over a cold, but I am hoping that 2025, at least you saw some progress. You're looking forward to 2026 as much as I am, and I'm looking forward to updating you on all my shenanigans next year. So have a wonderful holidays. Merry Christmas if you're celebrating. Happy holidays. Please stay healthy, unlike me. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and enjoy your makeup. That's what I am really looking forward to in 2026. So have a good one, and I'll see you next year.